Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out a little browser game called Nightlights. It's a puzzle platformer with a lot of charm, a really good soundtrack, and a somewhat unconventional mechanic to it, although I have to say it reminds me a little bit of Closure, although a game I haven't tried on the series yet, one that I'm familiar with the premise of. Anyway, let's just show off the credits real quick, and then we'll actually start the game. Right at the beginning, I took about maybe a minute tops just to get familiarized with it. It's not too complicated to understand, but it's got a really cool art style as well. So he plays this little square guy. Everything's cast in this lovely shade of blue, and we've got the concept of light to work with today. So we've got basically real simple platformer moves: up, down, left, right. Down is really not going to serve a whole lot of purpose right now, but the main convention lies around what just happened there. If you noticed, a block just emerged. Now you're probably wondering, where did that block come from? Well, it was actually above us on that platform up above. If we hit this light switch, though, you can see the lights cast right through what looked to be the floor there, and that actually supersedes the solid platform, which means solid platforms really are sort of transient. When they have light cast on them, they may reveal something that you couldn't see a moment ago. I really like how you can cast your character into light or dark depending on where exactly they're standing in that ray of light. It's a nice touch, and I think this could have a lot of promise for many types of very interesting and possibly quite difficult puzzles. I had a feeling as soon as I saw this light moving that I knew where this would go. So this is actually a revealed surface that basically, as you can see, it's blocking this ladder when the light is defaulted to on, so we got to turn this switch off in order to get the ability to climb up to the exit door. So what are we going to need to do to get to that? Well, we're going to need to hop over this expanse and stay in the light for those spikes so we don't get squished or whatever spikes do to us today. And then we'll just drop this little block. Oh, well, kind of messed that up. Well, if I leave it right there, the light will take care of the rest for me. As soon as it is completely revealed, it drops all the way to the bottom, and I can make my way up to the exit. So you can see a pretty cool premise. Now we're adding another little element to it. We've got a lamp we can pick up, and we got to press or hold C to use the lamp, and that means we can actually fall through certain areas. It also means we can explore stuff in a way, and we can also use X to put that lamp down. And the point of that is going to be, I guess it can hold that button down for us so we don't have to worry about the stuff blocking the ladder like it was before. I say stuff, but I just mean the light. Alright, so we're going to explore a little bit and see what is revealed. Whoa, okay, I can go all the way to the bottom there. I didn't intend to do that. So we'll see what's revealed by our light source. Maybe we just want to go through one tile's width at this point. Oh, okay, well, that's one way to do it. Alright, let's push this block over here. It's going to block the spikes, and then we can drop our lantern on the other point, and we should be able to make our way to the exit fairly easily. So, very nice puzzles. Again, very nice aesthetic, I have to say. If you've watched the parallaxing effect going on in the background, we've got like 3 distinct layers, as well as just this really, really nice, cobalt blue that's just saturating everything, and it has a real nice, night feeling to it. And it's one thing to have a style, but it's another thing to have a vibe or a feeling. So what's up with this block? I think the block does not want to cooperate because it is made of the same material that is resistant to light. So I'm going to try and figure out if there's any way to deal with that. Obviously there's some way to deal with that, but I'm not sure what that way is yet. So I thought maybe I could like do one and not the other. Like maybe just target the platform under the block, but it doesn't seem to care very much about that. And it's a good choice that you have to pretty much light up everything around you when you deal with the blocks, or deal with the lantern, I mean. Because otherwise, if you could just cast it on one surface, you wouldn't have the issue of like accidentally falling through, which I'm sure is somewhat central to the puzzle. So I may have, I don't know, I might have broken what I can do here. Maybe I should just push this over here. I think that's actually probably the correct way to go. Push that there, and then we'll drop the lantern as the third point on the puzzle. There we go. And out we go. So the foreground, I mean, you notice, is probably not the most detailed thing in the world, and that's quite alright. Oh, we just want to push this along right behind the light. If you put too much in the foreground, I have a feeling... Oh, okay, I got what you need to do here. Yeah, if you put too much detail in the foreground, you're just going to end up having probably a harder time than you need to seeing where you need to be. I mean, it's nice to have a nice kind of sparse, minimalistic effect to draw emphasis on the parts of the foreground that you actually need to deal with. The white outline also around the figures you need to look at are actually pretty good for drawing your attention. So apparently the spikes only go about halfway. I guess that works, but it seems a little bit like a strange way to go about things. Alright, let's jump over the gap again. Move to the right. We'll grab our lantern. And now what do I need to do? I need to figure out where those spikes stop being light resistant. Right there they do. And now how am I going to deal with this? Because I don't think I can jump much further. Unless... oh, okay. There's a bit of a leap of faith there. And I just need to drop my lantern down. And we're out. I thought there was going to be more steps to that puzzle. Alright, I have a feeling those... yeah, okay. I had a feeling that ground was going to give way underneath me if I tried to look around through it. You know what this reminds me of a lot is the X-ray scope, or the X-ray visor in Super Metroid. The way that you could use that to progress through, solid surfaces, or at least look through them, although they were traversable the whole time. This is actually changing the tangible properties. Oh, what is this? We're going to lower the light source, and then we're going to turn it on. Okay, I get it. I think I get it anyway. We just need to maybe put this back all the way down. And then once it's all the way down, we're going to jump. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, curious to see where exactly that's going to go anyway. Alright, that's going to work right there. Drop the lantern, and then what do we do with this block, though? Because the block seems to be trapped at the top. Maybe I needed the lantern actually to drop the block down, and the lantern's actually got to be the one at the top right. I think that probably makes a little bit more sense. Is there a space over here that I can shine through? Oh, no! That was poor planning. Alright, let's do this again, and let's do it properly this time. There we go. Drop the block. Turn the light on. Oh. And then we'll just make our way down. There we go. Perfect. Back up. And over to here. So, unlike usual for puzzle games, I usually get stuck instantly with them. I have a feeling we're about to reach the point where I'm going to start having trouble. But I didn't actually really play this in advance hardly at all, so it's kind of lucky that I didn't have any trouble this far, or thus far. So I don't know, I have a pretty positive impression of this game so far. I don't think I want to go too much further, though, just because I don't want to risk, like I said, getting horribly stuck and, making you guys all upset at me, because it's frustrating to watch anybody that can't figure out puzzles, especially when you're watching at home, and it's kind of obvious. Sometimes that is the case. Do we not have a lantern on this level? It doesn't seem like we do, actually, so I guess I have to use this light to drop the blocks down from the top and sort of sort them through one at a time. Is that what we actually need to do? Maybe one of these blocks you can push all the way to the side and it isn't affected by light? I'm kind of curious now. Oh, wrong one. Okay, that is exactly what I needed to do. And then this one's going to go over to the side. I have a feeling the one that I put on the button is the wrong one. Over on the left there, I think I need to swap places. I'm not sure if I can even do that, though. I guess I'll push it all the way over. I have a feeling this one's going to drop as well if I shine light on it. Oh, no. I gotta wait for this light to go all the way back up. It'd be nice if when you're standing on this, if you could, like, hold C or V or something, and then you could use up and down to control the light source. Because when it's at the topmost point, like, you don't know exactly where that's going to change places. So it's a little frustrating for it to all of a sudden turn around. Is this... Oh, I thought they built in a little mechanic where if you're right up against another object, it's not going to be bothered to get between you and it. I guess that's not the case. Anyway, Nightlights, generally all positive impression for me. I really like the aesthetic, I like the music, I like the puzzles, the style of it is well done. All in all, definitely recommended. Totally free, it's a browser game. You have nothing to lose by giving it a few minutes of your time. I have a feeling you'll enjoy it. And we've gone off the rails here on this crazy train. Oh no, I've jumped off the world. I guess I'm not supposed to do that. The game doesn't even respawn me when that happens, so that's kind of interesting. So we've gotten 8 of the levels done out of a total of 15. That's, you know, not super long, but not super short either for a game that's building on a little puzzle concept over and over again, iterating on it. I think there's probably enough meat there to get enough out of the game that you'll probably have a good time for, like, 15-20 minutes, if not half an hour, depending on how hard the puzzles get at the very end. I also don't like to spoil all puzzles anyway. Even if I was able to figure them out, I always like to leave a little bit for you guys to play as well. So as always, I will include the link for this game, again, a free browser game for you to just go play whenever you want, right in the description of this video, as well as all my social media links, and I'll give you the very brief rundown of what those might be. So if you want to check out more in the series, indie-impressions.com is your stop. Over 430 videos and still counting. Every single day a new video goes up, basically chronicling my search through all the indie games that I can find and play that are interesting or artistic or warrant some sort of discussion. So hopefully you guys will find and discover a whole bunch of good stuff over there. I also have a Facebook page for the series, which is facebook.com/indieimpressions. If you'd like to leave a like over there, it helps me out a little bit, and then you'll get every day's new updates delivered to your Facebook feed, as well as occasional streaming updates or contest game giveaways and just general news. Other than that, I also have a Twitter, as well as a Twitch. I almost said Twitch. My Twitter is @RockleySmile. If you want to send me a tweet, feel free to at any point. I'm welcome to talk to anybody. If you have a question, concern, comment, suggestion, anything like that, or if you're a viewer or a game developer, feel free to send me a copy of your game or a suggestion for your game at either my Twitter, or if you want to send me an email, that's fine as well. I have a contact form over on indie-impressions.com. I also do have a Twitch account, twitch.tv/RockleySmile, where if you'd like, you can check out some streams. I do those occasionally. Try to cover, lesser-known indie games if possible. Sometimes I play the more well-known ones just to have some fun. Hang out with you guys. Interaction with you guys is really paramount for me. That's probably the most fun I have doing the series. So, if you want to stop by one of those, feel free to stop by and leave a little heart for me there, and then you'll find out when I'm going live. Get a little email or whatever it is that it does. I think that's pretty much how it works. Makes it convenient for you anyway. So I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. As always, leave whatever support you'd like. I do appreciate every bit of it. If you'd like to leave a comment letting me know what you think about this game, I would appreciate that as well, or, any likes or whatever you'd like to do. All that does help me out and help gets the word out about the series, which is really what we're here to do, is promote discussion and reach as wide an audience as possible to make indie games a little bit more accessible and get some of the ones that are not usually seen up into the public view a little bit. So whatever you can do to help me out with that is much appreciated. And again, I do want to thank you so much for watching. So please do come back again tomorrow for another episode, and I will see you then. Have a lovely night, guys.